Okay, I bought a drying rack and some hooks. These hooks were off Amazon. That was off eBay. It's a drying rack that you hang up, but I'm using it to hang up the purses and stuff, and bags and stuff like that, and any clothing. I'm going to have the rest of the stuff on my friend's table. I know this is a cheap setup, but I got this. I decided to get this with some grip liners that you would use to hold dishes and stuff like that. I'm going to cut these and put them on the shelves, because these shelves got poles and stuff. And then I'm going to eventually, have all my stuff. Hopefully it sells on the 27th. Today's the 25th, so I'll show my crafts pretty soon, what I got left and what's doing all that jazz. I'm just showing what's on the 25th. I might do it tomorrow, I'm thinking, if I don't do it tonight, because I'm trying to crochet a couple more things for the cheapskate people. I'm not trying to be mean, it's just, goodness gracious, people are cheap, but a lot of people have budgets, I can respect that. But I can do without it's expensive comments to cut the story short, but we'll see how this goes. It is July 26th, and tomorrow is the Copper Festival, the 27th. I'm going to show my projects. I just finished some keychains. They're amigurumi or amigurumi. If somebody types the word, I'm not going to be able to read it. Just to cut the story short, I do have a problem reading some words. Just happens. So I'm just going to show what I have. Some of these are new items, and some of them are old. The new ones here are the scrunchies. I made them the best I could. Even if they stretch, you could still kind of see the band, but I don't think it's a big deal. This one's a mixed one, and these are going to be $2 a piece. So I got that one, I got this one, and some of this yarn is mixed. I can't remember what brand of yarn, I know it's acrylic though. So I put my symbol on here, A18, my friend was, or 886 or whatever on here. That's to tell what number project I marked it down as, so I could tell what's sold and nothing got stolen, and hopefully nothing gets stolen, because that would piss me off, honestly. I felt sorry for the lady that got robbed at her market. That was in a city though. This is a small town, so we'll see what happens with sells. Stuff like that. So basically, I'm just going to explain this quick. I'm probably not going to take... I got pictures, and some of them are sideways with this camera. It's a digital camera, so it's going to be sideways. I took the best pictures I could on top of my dog's house with a board, and I took a towel and put it on there. I took the best pictures I could, so to show what sold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just showing you all the stuff I got. This is a leftover case. I think it was a phone case at one time. Whatever it could be used for, but otherwise, I'm basically just going to show you what I got, and if any of this stuff sells tomorrow, I will basically be showing the pictures. I'll say it was good or bad and what's sold, and then I'll say what's sold, and then it'll show you the pictures of what's sold. Not every picture is going to be perfect. I took the best pictures I could and put them on my computer before I forgot that too. Anyways, I got a belt here. This is a really short belt. It's going to be like a little kid's belt. Okay, this is really old yarn. I only used this once. It was one of my granny square bags. And with all the granny square bags, I have 3 of them. I put fabric in them because people could probably use these if they go to festivals, hanging on the loop of your pants. Like, you take it like this, put it through the loop, like so. Put it like this, you go like this. Then when you're walking around, you don't have to carry a purse with you. That's what I do with the one I got at work, but mine's differently shaped. Each one's differently shaped because how they're made. I guess this one's bigger, so I'm charging $9 for that one. I cut the store shirt. I'll say that about the price on one of my items. I may say what I earned at the end. That money's gonna be gone anyways. People say don't tell people you have money or you get robbed. But I got neighbors that watch my house, even though I got one that watches me. I don't like that. But cut the store short. I got nice neighbors too, but the money's gonna be gone. It's gonna be on bills and stuff I need, new TV, stuff like that. I'm trying to earn money since it's really hard. The other thing I was trying to do was on, I think it was, Saturday, on the 6th. That sucked because the lady says, I don't think so, my craft, and I'm really irritated about that bag because, she got cheap people, but there were events going on because of the 4th of July. That really sucked. I'm not trying to be that person. I really hate it when people say they don't want to buy something. That really makes me upset. I mean, I understand people have, I'm going to explain, I'm going to ramble, but people have budgets. I understand that. People are low income based or stuff like that or whatever. People have less money. I can understand why they don't buy stuff, but we're saying those rude comments. I told my friend today, his name's Pat, but his original name is Patrick. There's 2 Patrick bus drivers. He drove me home today, but I call him Pat for short. He's one of my dad's friends. He told me that if somebody complains about your prices, and I'm not saying I like to guilt trip people. He's not mean or anything, but he's a really nice guy. basically, he told me if somebody, he said this would work on him, but he says if anybody tries to say, oh, it's too expensive in a rude way and it gets on your nerves, he said, just say this nicely. He says, it was nice, or by the way, it was nice meeting you. Just say that. Maybe it'll guilt trip them and they'll feel bad to buy something. Not that I want to guilt trip people. That's just an advice he gave me. To cut the story short, not trying to guilt trip people. Just if they're going to be mean, I guess that must be the mature way of handling it. But anyways, yeah, instead of biting my tongue and not saying anything, I'm not saying I would yell at people. I do get mad at times. That's really stupid, but everybody's got a temper. It happens. And this is the next bag. Get back at the projects. This is the next bag, little bag I have. I think these would do good for people that, and this one's like an old granny square. These are like old granny squares that I made that I forgot about. This one, I can't remember how I made this one though. It's one that's really big, but it's a small, big one, like with the small stitches. So those should sell well. Okay, and the 3 phone cases, these are my best sellers. I've sold 5 phone cases separately, so I didn't have to record them. It's not $500. You don't have to record food stamps, blah, blah, blah. I got the receipts and all the prices written down, including the weird thing I put on here, like the numbers and stuff. That tells me which one sold. And if any of them didn't come home, I would know if one got stolen, which I don't hope that doesn't happen. This one is a watermelon one. I've sold 2 of these, one to my friend and her girlfriend, one. She had to have one with a purse strap because she was a friend. I sell, the first one of these I sold was a plain one, and I sold it for 18 bucks. Then my friend says, a friend told me later on, no, sell it for 25. I told her how long I spent on, I can't remember the hours on this one. I sold the next one for 25 bucks, including that one to the, about the one to someone's girlfriend when she fell in love with it too. But she basically wanted it purse strap size, like up to here. But she was a friend. I gave her the discount of just pay me 25 bucks because she's a friend. That's okay. Okay, and then I got a strawberry one. The strawberry one's the new idea. I thought of that with the watermelon, so that one should sell too. Okay, now this one, I normally don't watch South Park. I did have a how Kenny, like, they killed Kenny before. I have one without and I'm not selling that one, so I'm not going to show it. I think I showed it in a different video if I cut the story short. But I have this one with the neck strap. My friend's has no neck strap on it. He owes me 19 bucks for it, so I'm waiting until he pays me till then. This one I designed, I thought, what if a chef knife was in Kenny, and when he gets killed with a chef knife, there's blood splattering. People said, oh, you did a really good job that, and some lady says, I need that, too. Yeah. Oh, before I forget to mention, I do have a few clothes items, and I don't remember how many I have, but I'm basically going to have a bunch of hangers, so the clothes items will stick out, so between those hooks holding on to whatever has to be hung on that dryer shelf that I got, so I put a bunch of hangers in there too, so we'll toss it up there, because I need to hang certain things to cut the story short. Okay, and then we got a bag here. It's just a handbag. There's no filling in this one. I don't think there needs to be filling and everything. It's just a handbag. I'm sure it'll sell. It's got the Target on it. That's what I worked really hard on. Cut the story short. Another belt. This one, they're supposed to be belts, but I don't know if they're going to fit anybody. Otherwise, somebody could use it as a neck decoration, I guess. I don't know what else to do with them. Pretty much, cut the story short. Put that big on there so it doesn't fall on the floor and the dog furs it up, for God's sakes. The double stitch twins headband. We'll see if that sells. I still have that one. I also have the Links and Loop scarf and the slouchy hat. I think that's a winter item, even though I don't like saying that in the middle of summer. So I left that one out. I didn't record it. I still have that one too, but I put it in my winter pile. So whatever doesn't sell at this thing, this craft fair, this Copperfest, which today was the parade, and tomorrow's the festival where my friend's going to take me. She's picking me up at 8:30, 9 o'clock or somewhere around there. And basically, whatever doesn't sell there, I'm going to sell at this other sale. That's another one. It's you can sell Christmas items, stuff like that. If anything's left over from this, I'll have to shoot the prices down and put it for sale then. It's either going to be at the end of August or the beginning of September. It's called the Maxwell Festival. It's like the coffee brand name, pretty much. I said, what, are people selling things that got to be made out of coffee? My friend says, no, it's a craft fest you could sell too. It's Labor Day Festival is what she's saying. I said, oh, the Lazy Day Festival. I was just joking. Because that's when you don't have to work Labor Day. Cut the story short. I got the hat still, and all these got tags on them. The prices are on them and everything like that. And this one's a double stitch twins one too. So A lot of people keep saying these are winter hats. I don't know if this one's really considered winter. If it is and they don't sell, then I'll try selling them in Labor Day Fest. I'm just trying to sell what I can, so I can use the money. This is one of the washcloths that's sold at that flea market. They weren't selling fleas at the store chart. The only thing that sold, the lady next to me that was selling wood stuff and rocks and giving kids free little cute little rolled rocks or something. I think they were tumble rocks. I know somebody at the knit club. I didn't go there this time because I had something to do. And they were all going on vacation. I guess I don't have a family vacation because nobody wants to talk to me and my family because of all this crap going on. I'll explain that down the road when it's over. It's not illegal stuff. It's activity stuff. It's just some selfish family trying to rob you kind of thing. Anyways, I sold one of these, so I still have one. I didn't bother making another one, though. And, of course, I still have a couple of these washcloths. I have that one. I have this one right here. This is another washcloth. They're cotton, obviously. I put the word C on there for cotton, so I don't forget what they're made of. This one, I think, was in a book my friend got me. My friend passed away, sadly. She was a good crocheter and knitter. She's a good person. Here's my neighbor when I was a kid, when I was when I still lived in Rockland back in the day. In Ontonagon, Rockland. I was born in Ontonagon, Michigan, where I lived, but I was raised in Rockland until I was 8, and then we moved to Ishpeming until I was 12 or something, and then I went to Brilliant. And later on, I'm back here, age 24, somewhere, 24 and a half. I think I was 24 and a half, roughly. That's why I say, because it was in the middle of August, the same year I turned 24. Got the start up. So I've been here for a long time. I'm 38 now, so I've been living in my dad's house since I was 25, so and a half or so, somewhere around there. I say that because it's just a few months after my birthday, but anyways, yeah, so, but even though he's gone, he's been gone for 6 years, and I miss him too. I know I'm rambling. A lot of people do that in their crochet videos. Anyways, another double stitch twins design is this. It's supposed to be a visor, like for your head and stuff like that. Okay, now the next things are supposed to be good sellers. I got 2 of them. These are supposed to be hot sellers compared to my friend telling me this. They're towel toppers, and you unbutton it and you put it on your thing. I use my railing on my towel where I just throw a towel over it so I can measure it, because I don't know how big it's got to be in the center. I'm sure they're all the same size. But yeah, so we'll see if those sell too. Whatever sells, I got the pictures and I'm gonna keep track. I'm basically collecting these color tags and I know what's sold. And then I got them nicknamed A1, A5, A6, A7, whatever nickname. The A's are the acrylics, the C's are the cottons, like I said, and all that stuff. So that way I can keep track of what's sold, and then I know what to make more of. So for both sales, I gotta do that. And yeah. Anyways, basically, so I got another one right here, a pink one. Pink one was actually the first one. The mixed one was an idea later on. I made a little coin purse. I'm sure I showed this in one of my other videos. Some of these are repeat items, whatever's left, because some people bought stuff before those craft places I hit. Like some hats went bye-bye and this and that. Another double stitch twins hat. I remember some of the patterns that I made. These are like really old too. Okay, one of my newer designs, I don't remember if I showed this one. It's a mixed bag that I made from scratch. It's like similar to the weaved bag, only not weaved. It's like mixed yarn kind of thing. So it looks like this. It's got colors, nice. The straps came from St. Vinny's and I just sewed them in. And then I put filling in this one and the other one too. So that's one of the items I have. I think that'll sell. I'm going to charge $24 for it because it didn't take that long. It was like 8 hours, but I figured $24 is fair. Get some cheap items for people to buy them. That's not too expensive. Everybody says, oh, it's expensive. Look at the prices of bags online. They're way worse than mine. Some Etsy ones are even scary. This is another one that I made. I just mixed the colors. I actually bought a few skeins of yarn. I got a bunch of yarn coming again, and I already have that yarn I got from before. That from a friend I got. So I'm getting more yarn, but it's just gonna, I don't think it's gonna be that much stuff. This aunt lady gave me these 2 big giant bags of yarn. And now I'm getting another one. I'm not sure how much yarn she's giving me. She still knits and everything, and she just became my friend on Facebook. So that's where I post most of my stuff, and I get craft tips, what to charge for stuff I made. A friend of mine wanted me to make her a present, like a phone case, and I made her the same version of this weaved phone case I made. I think I gotta fix the pattern online, but there's no filling in it. But she bought it for me. She said she gave me $15 because she said it was worth it because I didn't know what to charge for it, so she was very generous. So we'll keep it at $15. Cut the store shut. Alright, again, double stitch twins because I know because of the button on the end. But no, it's... We'll see if those sell. I had to make hats, like I said before, make baby hats and this and that stuff. Whatever, so I could figure out what's sold and what sizes the hats were, if that makes sense. And of course, I still have the baby hat with the flower in it. And then I actually found out that this was a baby hat that I created from scratch. So this is actually a baby hat. I had to put the hat on top of the pre-made hat size so I could figure it out. Everybody's got a differently shaped head too, so cut the story short. And all the baby hats are down to, I think I changed this one too, let me see. Yeah, $15 to the baby hats, like I said. If I forgot to say that, I think I said that. Brain damage. I got the one with the line in it still. I got the watermelon one. It's better for me to do this today because I'm not going to remember to do this tomorrow because I'm not going to have time to do this tomorrow because it's store short. And of course I got the blueberry one. I was going to make a cherry one, but I got lazy and didn't do that. I already got enough projects I'm trying to sell. I'm trying not to make too much of any other projects because I'm trying to, do that. Make sure they sell. Another double stitch twin one. I know that. Yeah, so I'm going to try to display them a little better. There's the hat with the line. I tried this hat on once, thought it would fit me. It didn't. That sucked. But it'll fit somebody else. So, yeah. You gotta remember to measure my own head. And there's the bigger version of the X hat that I made from scratch. I used a graph paper and colored it in. That's pretty much... And then I switched the colors, so that's how I did that. A lot of people do that. Like I said, my friend was right when he says, oh, if somebody mouths off to you about the price, definitely say, it was nice meeting you anyways, not trying to be mean, but if people are going to be mean to you, you should, and it's like a guilt trip kind of feeling, but I'm not trying to be mean, but I want to say something back to them. I don't want to yell at them, though, because that'll make your customers go bye-bye. You'll never see them again. They'll think you're a jerk. I mean, I know people are on budgets and stuff, I want to sell some stuff. I just don't want people always saying, this is expensive, but if I say... It was nice meeting you anyways. If that makes them feel bad... Oh, that's my watch. It looks to go off because my new watch didn't even go through the mail yet. That one I can't change the alarm on it since I took it apart. Cut the story short. But yeah, I know I'm rambling still. And here's my other hat. And I got the ponytail whole hat. This one has no... I don't know. Hope somebody will wear this one. But this one has no bungee cord or... ponytail in it. I should have probably put one in there. If it doesn't sell, I could take it apart and refix it if I have to, I guess, or do something else with it. I don't really want to take things apart because my friend says, the one that passed away, she said that you don't want to take a thing apart because it feels like you wasted your time on it. So I try not to do that too much. If I take something apart and it's like a few rows, like if it's up to here, then that's okay. Otherwise, I got another hat here. I've tried this one on, but it didn't sell or anything yet, so we'll see how that goes at Copperfest. And this is supposed to be a phone case, and we'll see if it works. It's just granny squares, pretty much. I thought I heard a beep noise. That was weird. Okay. I got the Tully phone case. This is a handheld one to see how this one does. This one, I'm charged with the headband. I charge $25, but I figured without it, I could just charge $20. I think that's perfectly fine. And my, belt-looking hat ended up, like, the belt went down, so I had to sew it in place. That's why it's kind of crookedly sewed. I tried to sew it as straight as possible, because it was slouching down here, so I tried to fix that. It's got, like, a belt-looking hat. That's just for looks. See if people want to buy that one. A couple mixed-colored hats again. Okay, now that bandana I showed the double-stitch twins made, that's technically why I made this one. I hung this one up and made a goofy-looking one. It was like an inspiration, I guess. We'll see if that sells. A headband again. I just hope these things sell tomorrow. I hope most of them sell, and then I don't have to sell so much later on and reduce the prices because it feels like you're getting robbed. All the main hats are $20, but the kid hats are, I think they charge $10 for one of these, but anyways. Certain ones I charge less for because it didn't take that much time. So I got this one still. I'm trying to put these all back in the bins. I don't want to toss them in the floor by accident and the dog furs it up. She's been shedding really bad, but she's old too, so that's another sad thing. Sad when you have a dog and it gets old and all that jazz, and all that jazz is really sad because she's got to go down. And she is shedding. She sheds like, I'm sorry to say this, but she sheds like she's dying. It's really sad. I really don't want to put her down, but she's having accidents in the house, and I gotta do that. I mean, she's not torturing and dragging her body anywhere. I wouldn't let her suffer like that. I'm not sick. I wouldn't let her suffer in general. I'm just trying to spend a little more time with her before, she goes. She's one of my babies. I wish pugs didn't cost $700 or $700, $800, $5,000, whatever the heck they're charging for pugs. It's selfish. They used to be cheaper than that, but people are selfish. But they have health problems too, so I'm trying to figure out what dog to go for. Everybody's talking about all these other dogs, even though mixed breeds are supposed to live longer. Some of them don't, so we'll see how it goes. If I'm getting a bigger dog or not, it's going to be this year before winter, because she's got to go down. And I'm going to put that in this video. Sorry about that. It's just, I got to think what kind of dog I'm getting. One that I have to train on the wee pads, so if I'm gone, while the dog protects the house, besides my neighbors watching my house for me, they will also be also be able to go potty in the house. And I feel like you want to train them in the house, you got to take them outside too. I don't like taking her out at night because of the dark, but she's a small dog. If she got off the leash, she ran, I think she'd get eaten. That's what would scare me, so that's why I really don't like taking her out anymore. But yeah, my other dog, I could do that, but not this one. Buttercup was a little bigger, but anyways, here's another hat. You're just trying to keep your dog safe as well as possible, if that makes sense. Alright, and then we got this one. It's another hat. I can't remember what stitch. This one was actually made by Bag Day Crochet. I can't remember what the hat pattern was called, but it was a cool hat pattern. And this is another pattern. I don't know if this was Bag Day Crochet or my design. I can't remember which one this is. I think it's Bag Day Crochet too. So there's a couple that are Bag Day Crochet. And of course, the cupcake hat. The head will form up and make it look like a cupcake. Yeah, those are the main projects. And the big bin, I gotta scoot forward here so I can throw them in there. Not that I don't care about them when I throw them in there, I just toss them so they stay safe. Okay, and I got that cotton bag, the little one. Hopefully somebody buys that one. I think that's actually supposed to be a little scrap, or a little, it's not a scrap bag, but I just mixed the colors up a little bit to make it look like kind of like a beach theme bag, I guess it could be. Put a snack in there or whatever. Now the Darn Good Yarn, I have my bag here. It's the drawstring bag. It takes a little time to open it, though, I know that much. And my bag, I gave my friend one of these bags as a gift. It's called the Fun Bag. Of course, that's one of them. I got two fun bags, and pretty much that's one of them. The Packer theme bag, I guess you can call this one. It's a cotton bag. It's got a zipper, and it's got no filling in it. Some of these bags will not have fillings in them. I couldn't get fillings in every bag if I tried. People could sew them in themselves, because I can't always get the filling in some of these bags. I have a hard time with it. This one I had to put flipping buttons on. I had to put buttons in, I don't remember if I sewed a filling. No, I didn't sew a filling on this one either. Okay, some of them I did, and some I didn't. This is a skull one. Another double stitch, Darn Good Yarn, if I can speak English. Darn Good Yarn bag. This one was my pattern from scratch. It is a, I guess you can say it's a, I don't know if that's a mesh stitch or what it is. Something like that. I'm trying to figure out what kind of stitch that is. I think a kind of cluster stitch, I think is what I was shooting for. Okay, we got the lawn bear market bag. I can't speak English. It should stretch and hold things. I'm not sure how much it could stretch and hold. We'll figure that out when someone uses it. And of course, what I consider a barrel bag is this one. A lot of people at work were really impressed with this one. I'm only charging $48 for this one. I'm not sure really charging $1,000 for it. I think I'm fine with $48. Some of these people would say, no, charge more, but I'm okay with this price. I made this from scratch. The strap was somebody else's pattern, but this strap is my pattern because I screwed up their pattern and invented this one. It kind of looks like scales if it doesn't blur. And yeah, it's like my version of a barrel bag. It's not round on the ends like it, but at least it's something, right? And then I got another bag, which is old, and this one actually does have a filling in it. I think, let me see. Yeah, it does. Okay. And I had to add a small handle, like a handbag kind of thing. I have faith that some things will sell. I gotta remember when some people are gonna be mean, like my friend says, say it was nice meeting you anyways. I'm not trying to guilt trip people into buying something, but I don't like the rude comments. You gotta bite your tongue not to yell. I'm not trying to be that person. I got a short temper like my dad does, just like my brothers do too. So it's really sad. I think because our dad had ADHD like I do, so I was told that by somebody else, so I don't know. That's just me saying that. Explain as I go. Another fun bag. This one's made with a different yarn. It is a cotton blend yarn. I know I found that out online. I think it's called Soho, S-O-H-O. If you look it up on eBay, they might have some left. It's really sad when eBay, or not eBay, Lion Brand, like when they got rid of those yarns I like, the Lion Brand had this yarn. It was called Fancy Fur, and it has these puff balls in it. I got 2 balls of those left, and they got mixed colors in them. I got a red one and a black one, but they don't have any more left, which is really depressing. I wish they'd bring that yarn back. You know, you want them to bring that yarn back. I fell in love with the Stitchbird yarn. I got so much of that left. I don't know if anybody's selling any more of them online on eBay, but they're discontinued, which is really sad when it discontinues. That's why I try to buy some yarn, even though I'm bad at hoarding yarn, but it's not like my dad's room is loaded with yarn, like all the way to the top of the bed and everything, but my dad was alive, he'd say, get rid of this yarn, I'd say move out. But yeah, here's another darn good yarn. I think this is one of their, I can't remember what the name of it is. Can't remember the name of the color, but I know it's one of their design yarns. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't bought yarn from there in a long time, and the co-founder of that company contacted me saying, are you breaking up with us? And I told her, I have too much yarn I have to work with. If I need yarn from your company, I'll buy it. It's really expensive on that site, so I don't buy too much there. One time this is a bad story too. One time I got stuck buying something, wasting money on there. This lady says, here's this code, you gotta use it or we'll both get in trouble. She tricked me. I don't know if it was the founder of the company, but she tricked, I consider that tricking somebody. And if I ever see that message again, I would say, you want me to call the cops? Because she said, and I'm trying to demonize her, but she said, if I didn't buy something, we could both get in trouble. I never agreed to buying anything that time. I was pissed off about it. If I see that message again, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to say, you know what, I can print this copy of this, and I can show it to the cops that you're threatening people to buy in yarn, because that was like a threat to me. I don't know if she did that to anybody else, but it was definitely from her company. The email came from the company, so if I see that, I usually delete it anyways. But yeah, that was pretty mean to do to somebody like me. Anyways, cut the story short, complaining-wise. Sorry if I have to complain through this video. I got 3 buttons on this one because that's all that would fit. Because when I put 2, this one would open. This is a very old bag. Mixed granny squares. We'll see if that one sells too. I think these will sell. And this one right here, technically, I ended up cutting because the strap was too long, so I had to cut the strap and I sewed it into where it won't unsew. Hopefully nobody messes that bag up when they buy it. When the buttons bounced off there. And everybody keeps thinking this is an owl. It's a flippin' turkey. It looks like an owl. It's a turkey bag, but I guess you can call it an owl. I don't know what else to call it. I'm just hoping this stuff sells. I'm not trying to be negative, but my friend is right. If somebody's going to be mean, you can guilt trip them by saying, it was nice meeting you anyways. Then it would make them feel bad for saying bad things, because I feel like I could shoot my mouth off. It's like, why don't you make it? Why don't you I told him I was going to say, why don't you shut up and make it? And he told me, you know, do that other thing instead. So I'm just going to do that. I'm not trying to steal people's money or anything. I'm not sick in the head. But I would like to get paid for my work. I don't need the criticism. That's just what I would say. Okay, and here's a bag. This one's actually online. I don't remember which site this one was on. I think it was Yarn Inspirations this pattern was. I made a miniature version of it. It looks really nice, but yeah, we'll see if that sells too. I'm just hoping. I'm just kind of negative on the inside because I think something's not going to sell. But then the other festival comes up, I have to drop the prices then. I just hope that some people are coming to our town because the festival brings people into our town. Kind of like the Labor Day one too is supposed to do that. The Maxwell, the coffee one as I call it, like I said, but yeah. And I still got my watermelon themed, even though there's no seeds on there, the watermelon themed market bag. This one's a little wider looking than the other ones. We'll see if that one sells. I'm just hoping that they sell. You know, I'm not trying to be negative. To cut the story short. And this one, I was originally going to sell for $52. I decided to go for $65 because this one did take a longer time to make. It's like a giant version of a school bag. And this yarn, and this is the sad part, I got it from Mary Maxim. They had the, Mary Maxim, yeah. Yeah, it was Mary Maxim. I got one of their mystery boxes. And this yarn right here with the blue, I can't find it. I tried Google searching it. They must have discontinued it. This yarn was my favorite because it looks kind of like an ocean theme bag. This is a tote bag. It's got a zipper. It's got filling in it. So whatever people want to use it for, a beach even. I don't care what they use it for as long as they use it. You know, I just want my creativity to have good homes, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's good homes. Let's get that bag out of the way. And this bag didn't know it was wool until I made it. But I'm not taking it apart either. If I have to, then so be it. But otherwise, this is this part came from my friend. I ended up using big buckle handles for this because I could not find any small round ones. So I just said, shut up and do that. So it's wool based. If your face ever got cold, you could put a bag on your head. It's a joke, I could say that. The buttons are just for looks to hold this down because they were too big. I was trying to make this bag. It kind of looks like the Nazi symbol in the middle. I'm not German. I don't care who, but for the Nazi symbol to cut the star short. But that kind of looked like it. But you have to like turn it into a certain bag, and I gotta figure out how to do that bag. I'm gonna watch somebody sew theirs together. Maybe I can draw the pictures like I did with the granny square ones that I made and this and that. Because you had to make it into an L, and then you had to fold it upwards a certain way. Anyways, this is the basket bag I call because it was supposed to be a basket you put in your bathroom and turn it into a bag. So go. Okay, my camera shut off for a minute. I hope it didn't die. But anyways, like I was saying, my friend, as I was trying to say, is at the thrift store, there's these like granny square looking type things that it's just regular squares though. I gotta figure out the pattern for that. I gotta kind of look at one of the extra squares to see if I can make something. I'm gonna make a bag with it. I felt sorry for it at the thrift store, so I'm gonna make something with it. My bags, I ended up cutting these down. I was so pissed off because like with that lady shot her mouth off at me and this and that. But like my friend said, advice, gotta remember that. Nice meeting you anyway. So I'm just gonna say that. I'm charging $37 for these now, and that's as low as I'm going for these bags. I'm not going any lower. This is the one that I was hoping I would sell that day on the 6th of July, but yeah. I worked really hard on these too. 37 as low as I'm going on that one. All three of them, technically. And that's as low as I go. My friend says, no, don't shoot the price down. I said, I'm just going to do it this once, and that's it. If I sell more of them, I'll push the price back to 40. And then I got the bubblegum looking one, and they call it baby pink. I call it bubblegum, but whatever. It's a color, it's a color. Alright, the clothes items are the last ones. Or not the last ones, but almost the last ones. The keychains are going to be last because I can explain those a little bit. Because you got to have cheap items, like the lady said on YouTube. She said you want to have cheap items so people will buy them. You know, they'll buy cheap items. The cheap ones kind of keep them quiet. Maybe they will say it's expensive and they'll shop and buy something kind of thing. But anyways, I got these this is the double stitch twins. I remember this one. This one I made the arm thing. I had to punch holes or sew them through here to make the loops. And then I put them on here. Or I think I sewed these on here. I can't remember how I did that. I think I punched holes in them with a needle when I was sewing through them. Now the top I invented from scratch is actually this one. I don't know if this would pass as a shawl. I didn't make a neck band on here. This just looks like a shawl kind of thing. So these things are going to be hung up on those hanging, my dad's hangers. I'm just going to call them hangers. Yeah, they're called hangers. I keep forgetting what they're called. Anyways, cut the story short. Another double stitch twins design, which is their little vest here I made a while back. My friend thinks I invented the double stitch twins stuff. I said, no, I did not. That's somebody else's artwork, not mine. And the beach bikini cover top thing they made, the only thing I could take credit for is the colors, and that's it. And that's pretty much that one. I don't know what size that is. If it's medium, I'm guessing. I got one of their crop tops. This one I was going to give it to my cousin, but I don't think it was her size. I don't think she'd even wear this. I don't know if religious people would wear that or not. I'm not saying I'm against religion. I have a religious belief system. Cut the story short. We all have our differences on God. We believe in. I believe in God 100%, even if I have a problem in my brain. It's the same. We all have the anxiety where we say stuff. You gotta stay away from kids when you swear. I swore in front of kids accidentally a while back when I was younger in my teen years. I think I was 18 or 19 or 21 or 2. Those kids were swearing before I did. That was an accident. But those kids, and I got yelled at like I started it. Like I was telling them to swear. But that lady should have yelled at them too because they were swearing way before I did. I only said one swear or 2 swears. I was trying to defend somebody. Not a good way to defend somebody swearing. Just cut the story short. That was a mistake. If I swear nowadays, I go in the basement and swear. I shut up until I come home. I try not to swear in front of people. Because I don't want somebody's kid learning the F-bomb, the H-bomb. I've learned bad habits from my parents' bad habits. Cut the story short. Anyways, explaining bad things, good things while I'm going. And this is the shawl. This is actually a shawl, and it has a bow on it. It was supposed to have a zipper on it. This is the shawl. My friend thought I invented this thing, and I didn't. I'm going to sell it for 27 bucks because I don't know what you priced that at. So those are the main items. Now, I'm going to try and get to the keychains. I put them next to the camera. Okay, there's 2 single keychains. To cut the story short, I'll explain this. I was planning to get 4 of each keychain. I ended up doing single. Get that thing out of the way so it's not in the way. I have an octopus because I want people to see these. I'm trying to make sure they don't. When the dogs come in, she thinks this is fur. This is an octopus. I only got 1 of these. I was trying to make 4 of each, but this will be 14 keychains altogether because I tried to get as many of these made because it kind of get the people. And they told me to sell these $6 a piece online on the Darn Good Yarn Facebook. She said sell them $6 a piece and 2 for 10. So I wrote that down. So I'm gonna write that on my little basket. Oh yeah, I forgot about the basket too. The basket I bought from the dollar store. They only had 3 of these. I got 1 for certain, 2 for certain ones, and this one I'm gonna have to tape a letter or something on here saying keychains 1 for 6 and 2 for 10. That's what I'm gonna do with this thing. Cut the story short, and I just finished my avocados. These are not my patterns. They're somebody else's. The one that's my pattern I will record last. Because I invented it from somebody else's idea, but I didn't steal their pattern or anything. I have avocados. And I got like 4 of them. Like the rest of the objects are 4 too. So I got this one. And I got this one. And the last one looks like it's laughing because I sewed it kind of crooked. So I sewed the faces and the eyes this morning. I just came home, stuffed them, and sewed them. I didn't have to do much work because I didn't want to torture my hand at work. My hand was kind of hurting today. My right hand was. Okay, now the next ones, I actually made this one. This one's the smallest, and for some reason the other ones are bigger. They're kind of bigger and kind of smaller. I guess they misshapen because of the yarn. My neighbor bought one of these because he really liked it for his friend, and he thinks that some woman as a cupcake is a friend to him. Him and his wife are friends with her. I can't remember her name. I think it's Jill or Jen or something, I think. I know it starts with a J. I have another one here, a little short one. I think the yarn is what makes them, and this one was hard to sew the mouth on and see it. I had to kind of put a flash and a picture. Like I said, it'll just be pictures of what I have. I'm not going to retake pictures of them. I took the best pictures I could of these. And then the last one I have is this one. Now, the next ones was a creation based on this one. Because the lady makes cupcakes, and I don't hate her pattern when I say this, but I could not understand why this would equal a ice cream cone too, but I guess I was misunderstanding it. I took the idea she had right here, but I didn't do single crochets on mine. I did like half double crochets and to make the edgings. So, let's see, which one did I start with? Okay, I think it was this one. But otherwise, this is the one I made. This one. This one doesn't want to show. I made it look like the ice creams are screaming. I got that one. I got this one. And the last one's kind of like supposed to represent mint chip or mint chocolate chip because it's got the sprinkle things on it. So, I will post what sold. I'll talk about the market a little bit. I'm not going to say what's sold. I'm just going to show the pictures because I can keep track of only so much. So, pray to God it works tomorrow. Once I'm back, I will put my video together on what's sold. I don't know if I'm going to talk about what didn't sell. I'm just going to try and say, if people shoot their mouths off, I'm just going to say, it was nice meeting you, by the way. Like I said, nice meeting you anyways, or whatever my friend was telling me. It's not like I'm trying to guilt trip people to buy things, but I just could do without the rude comments, because I really worked hard on these, and I know a lot of people know about that, to cut the story short. Okay, it's the 27th, and I just got home not too long ago. I was home a little late, but I finished the craft fair. People were packing up around 4 p.m. I got there. We got at the wrong spot. Turns out that they had numbers. I didn't know. I was number 19. It looked like B1 upside down, which was funny. But otherwise, some stuff sold anyways, regardless. My first keychain I accidentally sold for $5. I was supposed to sell it for $6, but that was an accident. But I'm not going to cry over it. It's just $1 lost. I made $77. That's better than nothing. Labor Day, maybe it'll be better than Labor Day because there'll be more people in town in Labor Day because it's a festival. I think more people will be in town. I think it's different what people want and what they don't want. The towel toppers, certain things sold. I'll show the pictures on here. And this and that. But otherwise, basically, I made 77 bucks. That's better than nothing. What people liked, I kept the receipts, aka my little tear-off receipts. Like the colored ones, like this one's for one of the C. This one's C4, which was one of the I call it a rag, but it's basically a dishcloth. They were the crocheted ones. One of them was the knitted one. So people want more knit cloths and more of those towel hangers with the button in it. So I'll be making more. This lady walked up and said, "Oh, I saw you with them before. I thought you had more than one." I said, "Oh no, one lady bought one and one lady bought the other one." So I'm going to try and see if I can get more of those made. And I'm going to see if I can make more keychains, maybe different ones too. And then this one little girl was kind of confused. Her sister and I were trying to help her, apparently. I don't know the girl really. She says, I told her you can pick any, pick any two $6 keychains. So in other words, I wasn't just going to say pick two of the same one. I was telling her these are all $6. You pick, if you want, and I said, for example, if you want an avocado keychain and an ice cream keychain, I'll still count it as 10 bucks. Because mix and match, I don't think it's a problem. You have to be, you know, grouchy and say, oh, you can only pick the same kind keychain. I think mixing them's fine. So it was a learning lesson what people liked. We'll see what people like in Labor Day. I'm going to stockpile and see if I can stockpile some. It's either going to be the end of August or the beginning of September, somewhere around there. So I'm learning what people like. One of my bags sold, which was a plus, but it wasn't those weaved ones that were 37 bucks. I don't know if it was the prices, but there were no mean people. They were so nice. I didn't have to use that line like I said the other day, but like saying if people were mean to me, saying it was nice meeting you. Anyways, I didn't have to say that. Not that I wanted guilt trip people into my stuff. I'm just trying to cut the rudeness out. I could be rude too. I'm not trying to, I don't want to blow away my customers. It's a learning experience, so I wasn't discouraged. I was happy at least I got something. So I spent 20 bucks on the market. They don't give you a table. I got the table from my friend because I got to buy a full table one of these days. But anyways, I made 77 bucks. I got my $20 back, plus I got 57 on the side. That's pretty much what I counted as, is the math. Hopefully it goes better in Labor Day. I think we'll get different people in town. Nothing against the original people, but certain people want certain things. But a lot of compliments on them, how beautiful it works. I told them it's an addiction, like a drug. You can't quit. Once you pick up a knitting needle or a crochet hook, I told them, these ladies, I said, you're screwed. You're stuck on it like glue. But it's okay to be addicted to that. I'll be getting more yarn. I'll probably be posting that too. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. So I learn what people like as I sell it. I'm not going to make a bunch of things like that lady made those jelly squids or whatever she made. The lady actually made a jellyfish. She was my competition next to me. And she was a nice lady. I walked up and said, Lucky, my dog isn't here and she's a puppy. I said, I'd be scared I'd have to buy all your stuff because she'd probably rip it apart. She was laughing. Later on, she took her jellyfish down because the wind was blowing. I didn't have a tent over me. It was 89 degrees outside. So maybe I'll have to save money and buy one of those tents you put up to block yourself from the sun. I my sugar dropped twice. I had a 50 blood sugar. I don't think the heat did it though. But for some reason I was really dizzy. I asked my friend, which I go to work with. She works on different days now than I do. But anyways, until the schedule changes. I asked her if she could watch the stand while I'm gone, and I had to go get it. I ate 2 Reese's and a smoothie. My sugar was 273 after that. I didn't care if it jumped. It just dropped skyrocket for no reason. I don't know why. I ate oats. You think it would stay up. I ate oats for breakfast at lunch today. Cut the story short, but yeah. Well, that's a headache, so. Okay, I will post my pictures of what sold. So you know what sold. I'm not going to post the pictures of what didn't sell because maybe they'll sell at Labor Day. I'm going to stockpile on those towel things with the buttons. And I'm going to make more knitted washcloths and more amigurumi or amigurumi. Even if you type the word in the comments, I can't read it. I have trouble reading some words like some people do, I guess. I don't ADHD or diabetes. I don't blame you on everything. You can only read, that's what I thought I heard a truck. But anyways, I thought I heard a truck there. But the thing is, I was dizzy. I wanted my sugar, I spiked it a little bit, not too high. So it's not over 300 or anything, so that wasn't too bad. But I was really dizzy, like I was going to faint. I felt really, the heat was messing with me, 89 degrees. That was scary, so maybe down the road I'll save money for that. But at least I know some things people liked. The lady across from me, she made so many amigurumis, and I was making her laugh a little bit. I said, no offense, I'm not trying to make fun of your squid. She made this squid hutting up because the wind was so rough. A little bit, some of my stuff fell down, and one of her stuff fell down. I ran across the road when nobody was by my stand, and I picked it up for her, and she thanked me for that. Anyway, she had to take her squid down. I said, no offense, I'm not trying to make your fun of your artwork. And she wasn't offended. She was laughing, too. I said, when you put your squid down here and these two things were hanging behind these two other origami or stuffed creatures, as I call them. And she said, yeah. I said, no offense, if you look at it, it looks kind of like a hippo that had its nose smashed in. Like the hippo had its nose punched in, and I was laughing. I said, boy, I thought it was a hippo squid, and she was laughing when I said that. She says, oh, it kind of probably looked like that, didn't it? But yeah, that kind of what it looked like. I thought I was seeing things, but it made me laugh, and it kept me in a good mood, so yeah. So at least no people was bee-bombing, complaining it's expensive. I'm just glad that didn't happen. We'll see what happens Labor Day. I'll make some extra stuff, but anyways, I got most of my stuff. Pictures, everything, and I will basically come back and do that too. Anyway, so I will show my pictures of what's sold. You know, I'm rambling, but that's okay to ramble. You gotta, and a lot of people like my color blends. I said I color blend what I feel is right for the colors. I don't know if it was the prices on some of the items, because I cut down some of the prices too. One of my bags sold, that was a plus. Even though it wasn't the weaved one, it was one of those mixed color bags. I'll post the picture which one sold. And one of the avocados was the one I actually sold for $5. It was an accident. I guess I was excited. I was getting, somebody wanted one of those, but yeah. I'm going to see if I can get to origami, aka stuffed creatures. I'm not sure if I'm going to make any for Labor Day. I'm just going to see what I can make. Maybe I'll just make keychains until I figure out how to work the bodies, because you don't want to misshapen things. But I didn't do bad. So, $77 is better than nothing. As long as I got money. I know if I get a low amount of money, I won't be happy, but I'm not going to cry that everything didn't sell. At least I sold one bag. That's my goal. I sold one of my good bags, and that was a scratch bag. I just told her there was no zipper. She didn't seem to care that there was a zipper in it. She was perfectly fine with it. So I better get off here. I'm going to probably post my garden, too, after I'm done, maybe. I think I'll just go record my garden so you can see my wild garden in the backyard where my old garden used to be, and my new garden, which I call in the front. I planted that in June. Alright, I'll post the pictures of what's sold, and then I'm going to post what my gardens are. Explain those. This is where my garden was last year, at the end of last year, around June, I think. I moved it over here. I finally found out my old poles were able to be reused. I made what I call tie-ons, just yarn scraps. It's hard to see in here. It's going to grow. Grass is going to grow. I don't know if weeds are going to kill stuff. There's raspberries on this side, fresh raspberries and fresh blackberries. I think this is an apple tree. It's really hard to see. It's right there. It's really hard to see it. Let's see if I can bend this down a little bit. Yeah, it's right there in the middle. It's hard to see. Over here's a strawberry plant, and on the corner here's another apple I planted, but I don't know if it's going to grow. This is the strawberry plant. It's doing okay, looks like. And over here is where I put my old ground thing, siding, house paper, which was over there under this garden. I just put it here, and it killed a bunch of grass. The grass is trying to grow back. To cut the story short, the ants are taking it over. But I put all my buckets out here and let the trees grow. Then I planted them over there. So every year I have to have that marked. So I'm not going to probably throw the wood sticks in the house if I have to buy new ones down the road, because those things make you have splinters in your hands. And I'll just lean them around so I know that's my wild garden. And I'll show you my front. Okay, the garden's in the front this time. So far, here is a pumpkin plant. I know that's pumpkin. I think this one's either the pea or the bean plant at the tie. It looks like it's kind of dying right there, and part of the green's in there. The carrot plant is in here, so not sure if it's going to grow. I didn't grow too many carrots in there. I drew some carrot in there. I can't remember what this plant is on the side. Let me see if I can see. I had to toss some of these in here because I keep forgetting it. That's a cauliflower plant. Okay, that's cauliflower. I don't know what this one is unless the other label scooped out of there or whatever happened to it. Or blew away. I'm not sure what that one. That might be the broccoli plant. I took my sprouted potatoes and I put them in these buckets. That's what the bushy plants will be. I can't remember what all these plants are. I'm trying to remember what they are. This one, let's see if I can reach that thing and find out what it is. Okay, this one's a broccoli plant. There's 2 broccoli and 2 cauliflower. This one's a lettuce plant. That one will die and come back. Meaning if you cut it, it will grow back second time. I don't know if it grows back a third time. I'll have to test that this year and see if it works. And I'll keep notes how many times to keep it there until it dies completely. One of these is, I think these 2 with the sticks. That one I know is a pea plant, but these 2 are green beans. I had 1 green bean out of here and that was it. I don't know if there's another one growing on there. Cut the story short. And there's 2 more potato plants, the big buckets right here. Let's see if what this one is. I can't remember what this one is. Okay, that's another cauliflower one. It's hard to tell which one's cauliflower and green when they blow out of there. I'm trying to keep them labeled. I think this one, yeah, this one's the red bell pepper plant. Okay, this was supposed to be a watermelon. It died. It was dying in my house, so I had to bring it outside, and it died outside. I don't know if it's because I overwatered or what happened. The acorn squash plant's actually doing better, and yes, there's a bed sheet underneath all these plants. I don't care I don't care if it kills the grass as long as it grows. We'll see how the pumpkin plant's doing. I give them a little water since it's really, really hot, so we'll see how she grows. I fill up my water bucket here usually, and I make sure it's filled and I water it day and night. But since it's really hot today, I'm giving it extra water, just a little bit so it doesn't die. We'll see what I can plant and grow. Whatever I can grow and I have success with, I will put a check mark on my list, what I can grow. So that's pretty much the garden.